Are we live?
All right, we're live on the KGNS digital news desk. Back after a day off. I was at a career day yesterday. Back today. Won't be here tomorrow. Won't be here all of next week. So this is the last digital news desk at 10 o'clock in the morning until the week after next. Let's see here. First of all, it's Thursday, March the 7th, and we are live to the KGNS website. We're live to the app, and we're live to the KGNS YouTube page. And joining us this morning, as she does every morning, as long as she's available, that would be Yolanda Villarreal. Hi, Yolanda. How are you this morning?
Yellow. I'm wearing yellow.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm going
Okay.
to have to take you off camera
Okay.
real quick. That's because the camera's a little too high. Yoselin was
I'm
in
too
here.
tall.
No, Yoselin was here during elections, and I adjusted the camera. There you go.
So people were looking all the way
yeah,
up
pretty
here.
much. So what's good, Yolanda? What's news?
Oh, well, I was out there right now this morning, and it's not good for your hair. It is humid. The good thing is that it is cloudy. There are some slight chances of some shower activity for us here in our area, but there are some that are getting those showers and thunderstorms, lots of heavy rainfall, mainly towards the east parts of Texas. For us for today, as I mentioned, it is going to be warm and muggy, and our highs will be ranging in the 70s to 80s, so it is going to be a warm day. By tomorrow, it's when we're going to start to notice that change. Our winds will be shifting to north winds. Why is that? Because we're having a cold front approaching our area, but not only that, it will be passing through Webb County, dropping our temperatures once again, so we're looking at cooler weather. But right now, let's take a look at our radar, satellite and radar. We do see San Antonio, Victoria, Corpus Christi, us here in Laredo, mainly everybody getting those cloudy skies. In San Antonio, they're getting those isolated scattered showers. So moving on to those temperatures in Texas, it's in the Texas Panhandle where they're feeling that cold, dry air, and that's why their temperatures right now are ranging in the 60s. We do see 69 for San Antonio, in the upper 70s from Laredo all the way down into Brownsville, even Corpus Christi. 70 for Austin, 65 for Dallas. You may ask, why is Dallas in the 60s? Well, they're getting those showers and thunderstorms. They're the ones that are getting that heavy rainfall in our viewing area, mainly in the low to upper 70s all the way down into Zapata and Falcon Lake. 72 for Fierce, 73 for Cotula, 75 for El Sinal. And this is where you see where those showers and thunderstorms are located right now. So shower activity mainly going on the west, and those areas that are shaded in that fuchsia pink, there's red flag warnings in full effect all the way into the Texas panhandle. And keep in mind, they haven't contained the fire completely, so once again they're going to be under this red flag warning, and that is due to that cold front that will be passing through those areas as well, bringing strong winds with it and those dry conditions. Those areas that are getting that heavy rainfall we mainly see is Dallas right now. So if you know anybody that's from Dallas, they're getting that heavy rainfall. And from Dallas all the way to San Angelo, those areas are going to be under severe weather throughout the day, and even for tomorrow. These showers and thunderstorms would be moving towards the southeast. So this heavy rain, these severe weather is going to be moving towards the southeast, and this could be producing hail, lots of heavy rainfall, so flooding could be occurring for those areas. For us here at home, we do just have a slight chance of getting some light drizzle. That's it, not much. Even continuing into tomorrow, I have to say it, it's a 10%. I have to mention it just in case. So for us throughout the day, breezy conditions. We do notice those cloudy skies are expected to continue through the afternoon, even in the evening hours, temperatures ranging in the 80s. Then once again, by 10 p.m., those winds will be picking up with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. It is going to be a warm and muggy night. But for today, what could we expect for the month of March? Because I know next week many of you are going to be out there enjoying your spring break, or if you plan to travel, if you're going to plan to travel, we do see mainly in Texas above normal temperatures extending all the way up to the Dakotas, even in the Northeast. Florida getting those above normal temperatures, even in parts of California. Those areas that are shaded in that blue, which is Utah and Idaho, they're expected to get cooler weather, so below normal temperatures. Moving on to those areas that could get above normal precipitation, we do see Texas. Those areas that are shaded in that darker green, that is more likely for them to have above normal precipitation. We're shaded in that light green, so it is still possible for us to get some of that rain. California will be getting below normal precipitation. They've been getting lots of heavy rainfall and mixed precipitation, so they're going to get a break from that rain. And then for our next coming days, we do see tomorrow still warm conditions in the upper 80s, breezy. Then tonight is when we're going to feel those changes once that cold, dry air passes by. Breezy conditions. We do notice that our lows will be dropping back into the low to upper 50s. Then Saturday and Sunday, if you're going to be out there, mostly sunny skies, then becoming mostly cloudy in the 70s. Very pleasant to be out there. And then by Monday and Tuesday, we start to see that those temperatures will be increasing. By Wednesday, back in the 90s. They look like they're going to be sticking around for us here. And also, Ruben, the time is going to be changing on Sunday, an hour ahead.
Did you already do the 7-day forecast? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You just said the 90s. Okay, my bad. You're back on camera. Thanks, Yolanda. So then pretty much, by mid next week, we'll be back into the 90s. So a little cooler this weekend.
Above normal
is
temperatures.
what you're saying. And then back into the 90s.
Probably looking at some rain chances for next week by Thursday.
But no cold weather.
Maybe we could have just cooler weather, not like cold, where our highs are going to be in the 50s, right? But cooler weather in the 70s maybe.
All right, Yolanda, you will be on Telemundo en tu casa at 11 o'clock, and then I will see you on KGNS News at noon. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. All right, let us move along here and take a look at, what do you want to do here? Let's take a look at traffic before we take a break. This would be I-35 at Loop 20. Looks kind of cloudy. Is it cloudy outside, Yolanda?
It is cloudy.
Right? Okay, so not a whole lot happening there. There was something that happened on I-35 early this morning, but nothing happening right now. Really smooth. You do see all the tractor-trailer traffic that's typically in that area because it's toward Mines Road, et cetera, the flyover to Mines. So anyway, we will be back in just a little bit. I'll tell you what happened on I-35 when we come back. All right, welcome back to the KGNS Digital News Desk on this Thursday morning, 9 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us via the YouTube channel. If you happen to be watching via YouTube, we had a good turnout for election night coverage on Tuesday. We were not here yesterday, here this morning, and then I will not be here all of next week. So the Digital News Desk will return on Monday, March the... Ooh, I don't have the calendar. March the 18th. Should be back here. So I was telling you that there was an incident on I-35 earlier. This was the scene. I-35 around the 7,000 block, which is between... right before Shiloh International, I guess, Shiloh Drive, in front of the old DPS office. I don't know why the audio is so loud. In front of the old DPS office, this car was on fire. By the time we arrived, the fire was already out. They just closed one lane of traffic. No injuries were reported by the Laredo police. And they reopened everything not too long after. They just had to clean up the mess. But everything was back to normal. Happened sometime early this morning between 6 and 6:30, I want to say. They're on I-35. Okay. Moving on to some other news. Super Tuesday has come and gone, but there's still work to be done at the Webb County Elections Office. Araceli Garza went out there yesterday to find out what's still pending and what's next in the runoff election cycle.
After hours of waiting for Tuesday night's numbers, the results came in earlier than expected. During this election cycle, over 25,000 people voted in the primaries. There was a low voter turnout, lower than usual for Webb County.
I think it's a combination of several things. One, you have a great elections office that knows how to run a smooth ship. We all work together, and that's what made everything very efficient. Aside from that, the county acquired a machine, or two machines actually, but we only use one. It's the DS 450, and what that did was it helped count the ballots a lot quicker.
All ballots were turned into the elections administrative offices close to 9 p.m. Despite Super Tuesday's busy schedule, the office administrator, Jose Luis Castillo, says there is still work to be done. This time for the runoff elections. One of those races in the runoffs is the Webb County Sheriff's race. Incumbent Martin Cuellar will face off with Guayo Ruiz, while Cristina Guerra will go head-to-head with Roles San Miguel for the Webb County Constable for Precinct 4. Castillo reminds people that voted in March, they can cast their ballot in May.
You will have to choose, a party when you show in. Only vote if you did vote in this election. Come in the runoff, you can vote in the runoff if you voted in that party's primary election.
In other words, if you voted Republican on the primary ballot, you will vote Republican in the runoff. And if you voted Democrat, you vote Democrat.
And if you didn't vote, then you get to choose in the runoff.
Castillo says they will have the same 40 polling locations they had during Election Day. For any concerns regarding Election Day, people are told to call the elections office. For KGNS News, I'm Araceli Garza.
Well, the official list of the candidates headed into the runoffs has not yet been released. And now that the primaries are over, the campaign signs need to come down. City officials are reminding people that that needs to be done within the next few days. According to the local ordinance, candidates have 14 days to pick them up. If not, they could face a $500 fine per sign left behind after the deadline. On the other hand, candidates in the runoff can leave their signs up. This ordinance also applies to people that have political ads on their private property. A woman and two kids are recovering after being hurt in an accident in West Laredo. The driver of a truck crashed with another car at the intersection of Garden Street and Santa Maria on Tuesday evening. Witnesses at the scene tell us they saw the driver of the truck get out and run away afterwards. So this is a developing story. We've not heard anything from police on this just yet. We'll have more information as it becomes available to us. And a driver reportedly crashes into a property in South Laredo and drags a person into the next yard. This was reported Tuesday as well. Police say a 2020 white Chevy Camaro crashed into a home's fence at the 4500 block of Emma Lane. about 6 in the evening, went into the backyard. The driver hit 51-year-old Jose Luis Lopez, who was in the backyard at the time, and dragged him to his next-door neighbor's yard. The victim's son-in-law says Lopez was still pinned underneath the car when the paramedics showed up.
They took my injured father-in-law to a San Antonio hospital with a broken back and broken legs. They're going to perform surgery on him.
Police say the driver claims he tried to avoid hitting another vehicle by stepping on the brakes, but instead stepped on the gas. Leading up to the crash, the driver was cited for failure to control speed, and it remains under investigation. Well, the excited students at Gonzales Middle School got a hands-on chance to see some of the professions that are available to them once they get out of school. It was shown by the people who actually do the jobs themselves. We spoke with one student who said he has a better idea of where he wants his life to go now.
Well, today I was looking at all the Laredo Police Department things, and now I'm thinking of becoming like a police officer or maybe even a border patrol. So I think this helps us a lot.
Well, more than 700 students took part in the Gonzales Career Day. And there is an upcoming Oscars event for all you Oscar lovers. KGNS invites you to our annual Oscars watch party taking place at the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. Your pop-off-the-clock hosts, including Jocelyn Gallardo and Brenda Camacho, will be hosting the red carpet event. Tickets will cost $20 to attend the red carpet event, which starts at 4 in the afternoon. Then it'll be followed by the awards watch party that kicks off at 6 in the evening. Keep in mind that the Oscars are starting an hour earlier this year, so they will get started at 6 o'clock in the evening, and that's when the watch party starts at the big Oscars watch party over at Alamo. A couple of things I did not cover, but that we talked about in the newscasts, and that is because I don't have the ability to run the graphics here, but we did get results from the Zapata County races. Those were the only races that were left pending on Tuesday night, and we got the results yesterday. So that is the only information that I'm not showing you, but I can tell you that in the race for the sheriff, the Democratic candidate Ramon Montes came out with 52% over the incumbent, Rey del Bosque, and now Montes will face off with Republican candidate Wanda Cuellar Garcia in November. The other race we talked about from Zapata County was the Zapata County Tax Assessor Collector at the Democratic Party. Incumbent Delia Mendoza wins the race. She got 67% of the vote. Now, all of the results from Election Day on Tuesday can be found on our website. Our election page stays up so that you can see. You can go back and check out the results, okay? As Yolanda mentioned, daylight saving time is on Sunday, 2 o'clock in the morning. The clocks will switch over, and you're going to lose an hour of sleep because we're going to spring forward. And in the past, you used to have to say, well, I've got to move my clock. But frankly, I mean, how many people have clocks that you actually still have to move? Most clocks are electronic, digital. And so you really don't have to do anything. The switch will happen automatically at 2 o'clock in the morning. Your 1 hour is gone forever, and we're officially in daylight saving time. That's this weekend. So next week is spring break. LISD so far letting us know all of their offices are going to be closed. That includes the tax office. I'm sure we'll hear from UISD soon enough. But other than that, that's all I got for now. I will see you on KGNS News at noon, and then again tomorrow for KGNS News Today. And then I am out of here for a week. I'll be back on March the 18th, God willing. So thanks for watching. Have a blessed rest of your day.